Look at the camera, sir, so we can do this introduction.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Let me fix my chair. Hold on. That's 2, 1. Action.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Spouse Conversations. I'm Teray.
And I'm Fred.
And today we are going to be talking about mine,
Yours,
and ours.
and ours.
So, we have a scripture reference for today, and that's Mark chapter 10 and verse 8. And it says, "And the two will become one flesh, so they are no longer two, but one flesh." And that's Mark 10 and 8, the New International Version. So today we wanted to come on and just talk a little bit about something that we hear a lot amongst young married couples.
I don't want to say young. You still have some people that's
Yeah.
kind of old school to say it too.
Yeah, but we want to make sure that we are addressing this first and foremost from a biblical standpoint, and to cancel any lie that the enemy would want to come in and try to attach to your relationship, to your marriage.
Yeah. I mean, because you hear a lot of people nowadays that say, well, they're married and they say, that's my money. That's my car. That's my, house, or that's my this and that's my that. I guess it's fun. I guess it's fine to say when you're talking from a perspective of something maybe you cheat or something like that. But when it comes to your marriage, there is no, mine, and it's not, it's not Fred's, it's not Teray's, it's ours.
It's ours.
It's basically when you come together as a husband and wife. You just don't come together on paper or just come together to be intimate, or just come together to say you have a family. Everything comes together. The whole thing comes together. All your possessions and everything like that. Everything comes together. And it's sad to say it. Sometimes some of the things that split couples, or, and marriages is over some, material possessions, I think money, things of that nature. But once you come to the realization of the fact that everything's ours, we may make the joke to each other when our kids get on us nerves and say, get your kids or whatever, but they're our kids. Mm-hmm. This is our house. Mm-hmm. So we have to get in that mindset of, it's ours.
That's right.
It's not separate. And I think when you start doing that, you sow in seeds that will future maybe cause separation.
That's right.
Because you're so confident in saying, this is mine.
That's right.
This is mine.
That's right.
Or I got this, and my spouse, it ain't theirs. My name is on this. It's you definitely sowing seeds down the road that eventually could cause some discord or some separation.
That's right.
In your relationship.
That's right. And I think it's unfortunate, but a lot of people step into marriage with fear. They're stepping into the marriage in fear and doubt of their partner, their spouse. Whether it's the husband fearful that the wife is going to do something, or the wife fearful that the husband is going to do something. And fear is the driving force. But God said He has not given us the spirit of fear, but power, love, and a sound mind. So that when we're talking, our union is powerful, and we walk in love towards one another, and then we can make sound decisions together, understanding that when He makes an accomplishment, we both made that accomplishment, because I'm sitting behind Him, praying for Him, and vice versa. If I'm doing something, I couldn't do half the things that I do if I didn't have Him in my corner, encouraging me and, praying with me, praying through on certain things. And that's just what you do when you come together in a relationship. So any success that I have is His success too. And so, you can't go in being fearful about, you're not losing your identity. You are creating a family. You are now a part of him, and he is now a part of you. And you want to make sure that, number one, you are honoring God with that. And number two, you don't want to create a doorway for the enemy to come in and create any further division by saying, no, this is mine. You can't have that. That's your stuff, and this is my stuff. Mm-hmm. And if you think about it, the just the intonation behind, saying mine and yours, it just denotes separation, and it sounds ugly. It sounds ugly. And the Bible is very clear about that. It says that two shall become one. So not saying that you don't have, that you might have money that you spend for the week, and he may have his money that he spends for the week. But ultimately, all of the money in the house, or all of the possessions, or all of the cars, or everything, all of that is ours together.
Yep.
And when you look at it, our lives would look totally different if it was just me. His life would look totally different if it was just him. But we know that we accomplish these things together.
Exactly. I cringe sometimes when I hear people say, well, I had this is mine, mm-hmm. And then that's hers, or this is mine and this is his. I think when that happens, the mindset of, I think you started kind of almost going to your corner and collecting things, mm-hmm. and I go in my corner and collect things, and then we just come together and we say, well, we got to do this here. Well, you're like, mm-hmm. You open up your little wallet and be like, okay, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There you go. You can't see what I have over here, but that's really not biblical. That's nothing godly about that. I mean, we over the years, we find out as you're married, like she said earlier, as one spouse accomplishes things, you both accomplish them together. Just like when you're like, we teach our children, hey, not only is this house doing this, because you're a representative of us. Mm-hmm. It's the same way. When people see me, they should be also seeing, if they know me and they know me and my wife, they should be seeing, even if my wife physically may not be there, mm-hmm. People say, hey, where's your wife? Or they see me and they know that I'm a representative of this family, and my wife represents this family too. And so when people see that, they look at it, they think of you as one, not really think of you as two separate entities. So, that's something that, when you think about it, I don't think we've ever really struggled with that. I think because we understood what that, means. That it was never something that we just would say, well, hey, leave mine alone. Yeah. Well, you don't need to know what I got over here. Yeah. We never really struggled for that, so we can't really come from an avenue of saying, yeah, we did that for 5 years and this is what happened. No, I think that was just something early on we established. And
I think because of that, of us coming into the marriage with that understanding that it was ours, that saved us a lot of arguments. Potential, disagreements and stuff, unnecessary things. But that's not anything that we ever had to battle with, because I don't ever want to make him feel like he's excluded out of anything in my life.
Yeah.
And I should be able to come to him with everything. And if I'm saying, oh, this is my money, that means that it's mine and he can't have access to it. Yeah. And that's not true.
It's a part of the trust.
Yeah.
I think also when you do go off and establish, like, well, I'm gonna put this little nest egg over here to the side, and you might have good intentions of it, but I think about if he or she, husband or wife, you go out and you do something like that and say, I'm gonna open this little account over the side and put this money in here, and they don't need to know about that. I think if the other spouse ever finds out what that is, that people might think of it, man, it's just money. Or, I was saving this for a rainy day for us. That might be your thoughts, mm-hmm. but that other person is thinking far beyond that money. Yeah. They're thinking, well, if they're hiding money, what else are they hiding? Mm-hmm. If I can't trust you with telling me that, you got X amount of dollars or over here, what else?
Yeah.
So their mind now will continuously wonder, what else? What else? And it opens up. You might have been a good intention.
Yeah, it's creating secrecy.
Yeah.
And in a marriage, there are no secrets.
No.
You know, there are no secrets.
No.
If it's not a surprise party, there are no secrets.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want the enemy. You don't want to give the enemy a foothold. You do not want to give him any little thing that he could possibly take and blow out of proportion. And so you don't make room for the enemy that way, and you keep yourself safeguarded when you understand that the two shall become one.
Yeah. And I think a marriage too should be the most. If you're married, a marriage really should be the most open place where you can go and communicate. Not a place where you can be like, I don't know if I should say this or do that. So no, it doesn't. Mind yours, stuff like that doesn't lead to great things. It doesn't lead to a lot of good things. So
Right.
Just an encouragement of it's just simple. It's not a great thing. It's ours. It's ours.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if you don't practice that concept, it's just going to become a headache down the road. But I mean, we even teach our children. Even in this house, we say ours. We don't even say, this mommy and daddy's house.
No, it's our house.
It's our house.
We're going home.
When we're getting home, when we get on them about cleaning up, we say, let's clean up our house. This is one of the things we say if we walk past something that they should have done. I was like, hey, this is your house too. Other than getting home, but you invite them in. You say, this is your house too. You clean this up. And maybe also we just kind of tell them, if it's our house, something ever happened to mom and dad, they got to pick up the mortgage on it too. So
pretty much.
But yeah, it seemed it goes to the whole family.
That's
it's
right.
all ours of everything. I mean, there's no secrets or anything like that even with our kids. So you have to. And I think by actually inviting them in to something like that as they get older and they get married and they have families, they'll also I don't think that concept would be hard for them either.
And the concept is not hard if your heart is postured correctly.
Exactly.
Now, if your heart is the seat of your emotions and your intentions and your thoughts, and however you're thinking about it is what's going to come out of your heart, because the Bible says, out of the abundance of the heart, your mouth speaks. And how you truly feel about your spouse and your marriage is what you are going to speak. So if you are constantly saying, no, this is mine and that is his, then that you are speaking the intention of your heart. Okay. You are speaking what you actually feel in your heart. So I would encourage you, if you're saying that, this is a difficult concept for you to grasp, I suggest that you take that before the Lord and be honest, because he already knows that it's there. It's coming out in your actions. So if you submit your ways into the Lord, he will come through and he can heal it and he can cover that.
Yeah.
And I'm, guaranteed your spouse is going to see an immediate difference.
And I'll say this, husbands, I'm gonna tell you, it's great. It's great because the fruits of that will be when you go to the refrigerator and you see something, you're like, man, it ain't really hers. She brought it home when she purchased it, wherever it was at.
No.
It can be your favorite dessert, and you like,
Fred.
because I didn't use that before. It's a great excuse too.
Listen,
it's a great excuse to say it's ours because I've eaten something or drank something my wife had.
But you have to ask first.
And usually like, I don't have to ask, it's
you
ours.
Do.
You brought it into our
first.
house. Look, you bought it with our money.
Yes.
Into our house and our refrigerator. And
yes.
I use our forks.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, I'm gonna take that back. I turned on our lights that we pay our light bill with.
Yes, you did.
And use our fork.
Yes, you did.
To eat it.
Yes, you did.
Ours.
Yes.
So
but you also need to treat people the way you want to be treated.
You already had it first.
Stuff,
I figured you brought it home to say, hey, I'm going to share this with my husband because it's ours. I've already had first dibs on it, so I'm just going to bring it home. So that's perfect way of how you can practice that.
As always, fam, thanks so much for joining us.
Got to do a follow-up video to repair that.
Thank you, fam, for joining us on Spouse Conversations. As always, please like and share, leave a comment down below, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and help us spread the word.
And by the way, we appreciate everybody on the comments of the very first video.
Yes.
We were just putting a video together to just share.
And
also, by the way, if you're thinking we're going to dress up for everyone in the video,
we're not.
we just happened to do that after an event where my wife was honored for an award for her efforts, and you know, she brought the award home to brought our award home. You know, we was both technically honored. I just for some reason didn't get invited to the stage.
Yes.
But yeah, if you thought we was gonna dress up for all these, no. And really, the first video was just kind of have fun and play with it. But we appreciate the comments. We appreciate everything everybody said. So thank you. We appreciate it. And I did not do something in the chair this time. If you watched the first video that I did this time, so
no, he didn't. He was much better this time. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you soon. Bye.